not least, we are going to get into comments that Charles Barkley made in reference to his thoughts on how the Lakers have handled Bronny James's career thus far. And needless to say, Sir Charles is not a fan. He thinks that the Lakers have botched Bronny's career up to this point, and he thinks that it's a bad look for his dad, LeBron James. So this says NBA legend Charles Barkley criticizes LA Lakers over handling of Bronny James. NBA legend Charles Barkley has criticized the Los Angeles Lakers over their handling of Bronny James this season. The 20-year-old was selected by the franchise in the second round of the NBA draft in June, where he joined his superstar father LeBron in the roster. The pair went on to make history together in October when they became the first father-son duo to appear together in an NBA game. However, the rookie guard has since played a very limited role in the NBA and was assigned to the team's G League South Bay Lakers squad earlier this month. Bronny now plays in the G League when the development team plays at home, but returns to the NBA whenever they hit the road, a move which has some scratching their heads. Among the critics is longtime Sports Turner broadcaster Barkley. They've handled it awful, Barkley recently said on the Better Angle podcast, referring to the Lakers. I thought it was great, a little ceremony his first game, but the kid is not ready to play in the NBA. He should be in the G League so he can play basketball. He's not going to get better sitting on the bench. But also, this thing where he's only going to play home games is stupid. It's not fair to him. It's not fair to the team. Can you imagine the coach of that team? You come off a road trip and there is a player you haven't seen in a week or two, and then you feel like you probably got to play him. I don't think they are doing Bronny any favors. CNN has reached out to the Lakers and LeBron James for comment. Lakers coach JJ Redick told reporters in October that the team had always intended for the rookie to split time between the NBA and the G League throughout the season. The plan for Bronny to move the plan for Bronny to move between the Lakers and South Bay has always been the plan since day one, Redick said. Rob Pelinka and I have talked about that. LeBron's talked about that. Barkley also suggested the saga reflected badly on the elder James. It's a bad look for the Lakers. I really like everything LeBron has done, but this is a bad look for him, in my opinion. Bronny has so far enjoyed a slow start in the G League, totaling 10 points, 5 rebounds, and 6 assists in 57 minutes of action across 2 games. Despite many questioning whether Bronny is ready for the NBA, his father is just grateful for the time he spent with his son on the team. To be able to have this moment where I'm working still and I can work alongside my son, it's one of the greatest gifts I've ever gotten from the man above, and I'm going to take full advantage of it, he told reporters last month. So those are LeBron's comments. So Barkley doesn't like the way that the team has handled this, and he thinks it's a bad look on LeBron. Do you concur with what Barkley had to say?
Of course, man. And it's about time, man. I've seen clips out there where Stephen A. Smith has finally gotten on him. Hell, I've seen stuff where Big Wendy, Brian Windhorse, actually has some critiques of LeBron James. Even what's her name? Rachel Nichol has even said some stuff about how she doesn't think that Bronny will be an all-star in this league. And it's pretty obvious for everything that we've been saying. Pretty much this whole saga is that this was an ego play by LeBron. But I think what is going on right now is that everybody on the outside is I think they feel comfortable enough to say it now. I think they already knew this going into it, but they had to go out there and see that boy lay down some bricks the way he has. I mean, hell, I thought he was better than this. He's going out there and putting up really bad performances. He doesn't belong on the same court with these guys, and he doesn't belong on the same court as the G League dudes. And first of all, the G League is not a joke. Okay, those guys can hoop for real.
They're pros.
Yeah, they can really hoop. They just are politically out of the NBA. But they are NBA talent that just due to politics, contracts, what have yous, they don't have a roster spot. But these guys, like you said, they're pros. Okay, so those guys can really hoop. So for people to go, oh, G League, Bronny should be able to put up numbers, and it's like, well, he hasn't even put up numbers in high school. He didn't do it at USC, and he didn't do it in the preseason. He hasn't done it anywhere, and so I think it's really time to see. I think everybody has seen that he really wasn't ready for this moment, especially this year. Who knows going down the line? But I used to reserve stuff for down the line, but he don't even look like he got the down the line isms. This stuff is looking really shaky from this kid. So I think the likes of those people that I mentioned, the Stephen A. Smith, the Charles Barkley, the Rachel Nichols, Ryan Clark. I mean, there's been so many people out here feeling comfortable enough to say that this don't look right. And this whole number of not letting Bronny travel with the G League team, what's that about? So this is definitely, an ego-driven man, not allowing his son to be a man. And go out there and get his own lumps, go out there and earn it on his own. He's not allowing any of that. And he's controlling 100% of this situation. And it's very obvious now. So, LeBron recently said that it's been getting so negative in these streets that he's going to take a break from social media. And, so this guy here, man, the egomaniac. And this is what I was saying before, man, and I'll let you go soon. But this is what I was saying before, I guess on our one of our first ones, man, where I was saying that I feel sorry for the kid in the sense that he's being dragged through this crap, and he's being the punching bag of a lot of things, and it's all it's all due to LeBron. So I think it's obvious, and everybody sees it now, and I think everybody's just ready for this show to be over. But what are your thoughts, man, on Charles Barkley saying that, this is not really a good look for LeBron James, coddling his son, with this G League stuff and all of that? What are your thoughts, man?
He's right.
Mm-hmm.
Barkley's absolutely correct, but Bronny being in the NBA was never about Bronny. It was always about his pops.
Mm-hmm.
One of the main things that I've said consistently about LeBron is he has rabbit ears from the standpoint that he knows how people typically frame his career.
Mm-hmm.
He's aware. He knows what they say on the TV shows. He knows what they say on the debate shows. So he's aware that it's not universally believed that he's the greatest ever.
Mm-hmm.
And he knows that it's not universally believed that he's the greatest ever because there are blemishes in his career juxtaposed to people like Jordan. The losses in the finals, the embarrassing defeats earlier in the playoffs when he was a prohibited favorite, all of these sorts of things that have happened throughout his career. Winning a championship in 2020, a lot of people, myself included, don't really hold that championship in very high regard. Yep. I tend to delegitimize that title. I don't really recognize it as a real one. So LeBron knows all of these things are working against him, and he knows that the only things that he has working in his favor are his counting numbers and his longevity. So because he's aware of this, he's also keenly aware that he has to do certain things in order to create new categories that people can use in order to put forth the idea that he is indeed the greatest player ever. Mm-hmm. This is my belief this is why I believe that he continues to play and has not retired, because he knows he won't catch Jordan in rings. He knows he won't catch Jordan in finals MVPs. He knows he won't catch Jordan in signature moments that indelibly stick into the minds of people. Mm-hmm. So what he has to do is try to be a part of inventing new categories. So he's going to play for 25 years and keep averaging 25, 5, and 5 so that he has the numbers argument in his favor. And he's going to go and he's going to play on the Olympics again so that he can get another gold medal. That people, yes. So he's going to get on the Olympic team so that he can get another gold medal so that people can say, look at how many gold medals he has. He has more than Jordan. All of these things are inventing new categories. He's going to break the scoring title so that people can say he scored the most points ever. New category. Like these are all contrived machinations to invent new categories so that he can stake his claim as the greatest ever. And another machination is being able to say that he's the only NBA player to ever play in the same game, let alone on the same team as his son. I believe that these are all machinations that work to reinforce the LeBron James GOAT discussion. That is my personal belief. I think it has less to do with Bronny and more to do with how many bullets in the LeBron GOAT holster can he put in there. I think that as calculated as LeBron has made it clear that he is, I don't think people give enough credit to just how calculated this guy is.
Oh yeah,
it reaches sinister levels of calculation.
No, because this whole situation's sick.
Yeah, it reaches sinister levels of calculation. So he knows he has to keep running up the counting numbers in the stat sheet, and he has to keep doing stuff like this. Who knows? He might try to play long enough for his other son to get into the league.
I mean, that's what the whispers are.
So that not only can he be the first guy ever to play in the same game on the same team as one of his kids, but now he can do it twice with the other one. And you will have people like Shannon Sharpe and Nick Wright, his acolytes, who will get on national television and they will say, look at how impressive he is because he's been able to last this long and play with two of his sons. Implicitly suggesting that this is yet another reason as to why LeBron is the greatest ever. I think LeBron cares more than anybody else about being regarded as the greatest player ever. I really believe he cares about that. He cares.
Oh yeah.
And he's gonna grab it as much as he can to try and to state his case. He's going to. Because he can't compete with Jordan in the rings. He can't compete with Jordan in the skill, in my opinion. He can't compete with Jordan in the finals MVP. He can't compete with Jordan in the peak over longevity argument, which is what most people, I would say, look at. Most people who aren't LeBron fanboys, they look at this stuff objectively and they say peak over longevity. Look at what Jordan did. That's what this is about to me. So does it really matter whether his career is being handled properly or not? I guess for the sake of Bronny, it does. But for his masters, those to whom his career ultimately serves, it doesn't matter. Because this is all about LeBron's GOAT argument and nothing else.
It's gross, man. And I mean, I agree 1000%, man. And you know, like you said, this is reaching the levels of sinister. This is sick what he's doing at this point, because it's very apparent at this point that the young man isn't ready for this. You know, people want to use Bronny's heart situation at the beginning of his USC career, you know, of, hey man, get a guy time to develop and stuff. It's like, well, if he still needed time to develop, let him stay in college and develop. You know, every reason for why they want to give Bronny an out, there is no real reason behind it.
It's not.
And so he shouldn't be in the NBA right now. It's so much so he was getting roasted in the G League. Those guys were tearing him apart, and his numbers were horrendous. So much so that, you know, Bronny has this indefinite heel injury now, because now they're just hiding him. And it's just like, look, man, y'all, how long y'all gonna keep up this charade? As long as LeBron needs it to go. So all of this crap of, oh, hey, man, he putting the black guy on. He putting on his son. He getting his son millions of dollars. He said, LeBron's a billionaire.
And the money thing is a joke, too, because Bronny was like number 2 nationally in NIL earnings. The kid was already his own self-made millionaire making his own money.
Exactly.
So outside of his dad being a billionaire, the money argument is dumb.
Exactly.
Anybody trying to say that it was about Bronny getting to his own bag, it's ridiculous. He was already getting to his own bag.
And honestly, I agree. And honestly, him just leveraging the fact that he's Bronny James was good enough, and he was just gonna be making it off of that. But now he's this guy. I saw, it was I think Gilbert Arena said it or somebody, but basically he's an influencer. Bronny's an influencer playing basketball, and honestly, he didn't use it in this context, but his job is to be an influencer to convince us that LeBron's the GOAT. And then he's gonna do the same thing, like you said, with Bryce, because Bryce is having shaky numbers too, where he's at. Everybody keeps saying, "Oh, Bryce is better though. Y'all better shoot about Bryce." But Bryce got shaky numbers too. And yeah, man, Bronny just ain't got it, bro. He's athletic. Clearly, he can jump, he can run. He can do things, but his level of it that it requires to be playing with these other dogs out here that were, top scorers at their school. Like, you got to think of somebody like Alex Caruso, for example. You know what I'm saying? Like, Caruso was a beast in high school. Like, averaging dumb numbers. And, he's a bench guy. He's a sixth man.
He's a role player.
He's a role player.
Yeah.
But I came across a clip where somebody was talking about when they had to play Alex Caruso in high school, and he was just dunking on people, doing all kinds of crazy stuff. But it's flipping Alex Caruso. Now, granted, when he played for the Lakers and other stuff, whatever for the Bulls, would he dunk on people then? Yeah, but imagine that in high school against high school level competition. And we never saw that with Bronny. So all of this stuff of comparing him to Davion Mitchell, or hell, what they said Drew Holiday. Come on, man. Drew Holiday is going to be a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
So, so all of this stuff, man, it's like I said, it's starting to become very, very apparent now to the likes where these big wig people, man, that aren't afraid to point out the obvious anymore.
Good for them.
Yeah, man. So the longer LeBron keeps up this charade, and that's the crazy part. He thinks that all of this stuff is going to make him look like the GOAT. What is actually going to make you look is pretty desperate. And if anybody out there is really the GOAT, they don't need to campaign for it. So best of luck, Bronny, man, because your pops is got you in a wild position right now, man.
Yeah, you just like you don't need to announce you're leaving social media. You can just stop posting, dude. You can just stop posting, bro. Like this whole, I'm gonna take a break from social media for a while, bro. You're not that important. Just stop posting. You're making an announcement as if it's a matter of national security. People care. We need to be updated on this,
bro. When he's not even. He don't even try to be funny, but I swear he make me laugh every time he do some of this stuff.
Oh, it is no wonder that he is cool with. It is no wonder that he is friends with people like Drake. These are some of the most narcissistic human beings that ever walked the face of this earth.
Yeah, bro.
And just like I am ready for Drake to no longer be a thing. I have been ready for LeBron to retire. I am not going to miss him.
Nah, I'm not.
I'm not. I'm not going to miss him. The game, we're going to miss LeBron when he's gone. I'm not. Yeah. I'm waiting for the guy to retire. Yeah. I've been waiting for the guy to retire because his whole career, after I would say the first 12 years, has just been a strategic campaign to position himself to be regarded as the greatest player ever in the eyes of the media.
Yeah,
and he's going to do everything that he can do to make that become more of an objective fact as opposed to a subjective opinion. Mm-hmm. And his kid is a pawn in that epic quest.
It's gross.
It's ridiculous. It's silly. Because I can totally hear Shannon Sharp right now. Jordan never did that. Because Shannon Sharp's quick to do BS like that. Jordan didn't do that. Look at Jordan's sons. How good are Jordan's sons? What did Jordan do when he was 40? Blah, 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 blah. So like we're already hearing it. And it's like, look, bro, Shannon, no one's buying it. He's your God. He's not everybody's God.
Exactly. Thank you.
I'm
100.
I'm over this, so I'm ready for him to be gone, and I'm ready for this to be over. I'm done with it. I feel sorry for the kid in this regard,
Right. Yeah.
because
Right.
it does hamper his development as an individual player.
Right.
So from that standpoint, I do feel bad for him because you want to give him the best chance. But hey, man, he is a part of a web of foolishness.
Agreed.
He's all wrapped up in it, and there's nothing he can do about it. So he's definitely gonna have to cry in his Ferrari.
Yeah.
Speaking on Bronny,
Yeah.
he's gonna have to. So
1,000. That was great.
Yeah, folks. With that out of the way, we're gonna go ahead and close things out. Another Constant Pro stream in the books. JV Wins Dogon SS back at you once again. Check us out on Instagram at Conapproach, CONAPPROACH. I am on Instagram at JV Wins, JVWINS. If you like the commentary in this or in any of our other videos, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, leave a comment if you have not already done so. We certainly appreciate it as we continue to crank out this logical content. As I always like to say, man, think for yourself, be an independent thinker, have a mind of your own, and don't be swayed by anyone else who tries to tell you how you should or should not be thinking. Also, check out Conscious Approach on Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts. We're uploading the full streams there, and be on the lookout for Conscious Approach on TikTok. We're going to start uploading the videos there too. So we're just trying to get in front of more people's faces and anybody who might appreciate what we like to do here. We just want to give ourselves the ability, or at least the chance, to be seen. So with that out of the way, I am JV Wins. We'll catch you on the next video. Peace.
Yeah. And the name is Dogon SS. You can find me on Instagram at Dogon_SS and on YouTube, TikTok, DraftKings. You know what I'm saying? At Dogon_SS. Basically, if there's a social media platform, okay, Dogon_SS, you're gonna find your boy. And as I say on every part, guys, all right, don't be too high, don't be too low. Keep it calm, keep it chill, keep it pure. And don't let anybody get you off your pivot. So until the next time, everybody, thank you for liking and subscribing. More rings than Robert Ory. We'll catch y'all on the next episode.
Yeah. That's right, man. We are out of here. We will see everybody on the next stream. Shouts out to all the creators out there too. I'm bigging them up lately, man. I feel for all my creators. Keep doing your thing. Keep creating that good art. Shouts out to Kendrick and shouts out to Cat Williams. Until the next time, we are out. We will see you later. Peace, baby.
Peace. Go Rattlers. Go Cards. And I guess go Heat, man. Damn. Yeah, last I seen the Bucks was beating them.
Yeah. Well, we caught up.
Okay, good.